I work on a program called the Women in Sport High Performance Pathway, and it's led at University of Hertfordshire, and it's part of Olympic Solidarity, and it is about the fact that we do not see enough women coaches at major games. So I think, and I'll probably get my facts right, I think it was 13%, might have been 12 or 13% of coaches at the Tokyo Games were women. Like, why is that? Look at now, we're seeing more gender balanced games. We're seeing that representation. We're just not supporting spaces for women to thrive as coaches, yet we know that they make incredible coaches. So this pathway is all about, it's a global pathway, and we bring women coaches from all over the world that are working towards, some of them are already coaching that level, some of them are looking to coach that level in the future. And one of the things, like the first couple of days, is like a noticing task, and they send things, one of the coaches sent this in, and it just really struck me, and again with my research area as well, and whatever it is, just making a safer space for our children, but raising them as future leaders as well. And that pathway, what an incredible place to work on. And I remember being in a session with one of the other facilitators who said male coaches get 100% of the pitch. They coach men's sport, they coach women's sports. Like, women coaches at best get given a quarter or half the pitch. In that we often see women coaching women. It's still a shock. In the news the other day, a woman who's leading a men's program, like, it just shouldn't be a shocker.
Yeah. I always find that sort of counterintuitive almost, that it's a news story still.
Yeah.
If you see, because that almost defeats the point of, it should be normalised completely that it's not even news. You know what I mean? I often think that
exactly
when I see,
that. And so, the ambition, and the IOC have been really clear in their ambition to see and to work towards, a balance of male and female coaches. And we've seen that in medal offering. We've seen that in, but there's gaps everywhere. But I get the opportunity to work on this program with just these incredible women coaches, but also hearing and talking about some of the things that disproportionately do affect us as women. And part of what I hear from coaches is that, the balance of caring, responsibility, and elite sport takes you away. It's the same for men as well, don't get me wrong.
Do you think that's the sort of the main factor, or do you think there's lots of factors at play?
There's so many other factors as well.
What else affects that?
Even some of the impact of like funding and money and positions. So women coaches are more likely to be part-time. So it might not be that there are full-time opportunities. That again, it's a broad statement. It depends on the sport. We're seeing more professionalisation of women's sport. We're seeing greater opportunities, but there's been a lag. Women's sport is so vibrant at the moment, and look at the women's football. We suddenly realise there is an appetite if we give it opportunity. So I hope that we're in a place of change, and that's going to take more opportunities to create it as a space for women coaches to thrive.